Good evening, everyone. I'd like to call the March 4th, 2026 meeting of the Unionville Town Board to order. We'll start with a pledge to the flag, please. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, thank you. All right, so look to approve the minutes from February 4th. Motion to that effect, please.
Make the motion. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, Carrie, thank you. I sent an email out earlier today. I wanted to I also gave you a printout of it that you have there so we can follow along. Some stuff came in late, and I'd like to add it to the agenda here if it's no contest. The one that we haven't discussed is the horse show management software. They came up with some software that they would like to, use. And I can just explain that later if we come up to it. I would understand if you need more time on that one, but the other two we have discussed previously. That's the Deputy Superintendent of Highways and then the contract for the surveying. Any opposition to any of this here? Adding that to the agenda?
No.
We'll put that under old business in that order after we finish what I have listed. Motion to that effect, please.
Make the motion.
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, thank you.
Should we approve the minutes at 2:04?
We just did.
I missed that. I am in trouble.
So can finally announce that Unionville Mail is active, and you can go to our website, which is unionvaleny.gov, and sign up for it. I have mentioned previously that we also have a text messaging service there as well that you can sign up for. Text messaging has three categories. One is here, Town Hall. One is the Recycle Center, and the other is Recreation. Unionville Mail has a number of different slots that you can subscribe to. So just go ahead and check that out. And if you would like to get messages from us, go ahead and, subscribe. Also proud to announce that we received a Safe Workplace Award from our compensation carrier, and a somewhat sizable check to go along with that for having no claims.
Nice.
Yeah, that's the extent of what I have. Councilman Redinger?
I've mainly just been reviewing the details for tonight's meeting.
Okay. Councilman Harrington?
Yeah, I have nothing to report except that I've been following the survey projects that we need to do. When we speak about that, I think you'll be happy with the results. And I just ask you to keep all our service members and first responders in your prayers. Thank you.
Thank you. Councilman Durrell?
Not much to report tonight. Thank you.
Okay. Councilman McGivney?
Just like to remind everybody to turn the clocks forward Sunday. I myself am looking forward to longer days and warmer weather, as I'm sure everybody else is too.
Yeah.
That's all I got for this week.
Okay, thank you. Board, we did that. Town clerk?
Not much going on, but again, just a reminder that our document shredding day is scheduled for Wednesday, May 6th. The truck is here for 1 hour, but the time is not announced until the truck arrives. So if you want to call town hall, we'll put you on a call list. That's all I have.
And that would be a perfect item to subscribe to our new communications with.
Yeah, you could get updates on that all day long.
Yeah. Okay, recreation.
Registration for our Egg Hunts for All event is scheduled for Saturday, April 4th. That is officially open for registration on our Parks and Recreation website. We will once again be running a sensory-friendly hunt at 10:30 a.m. and 2 traditional egg hunts, one for ages 6 and under, another for ages 7 to 10. That will be at 11:30 a.m. The Easter Bunny will be available for pictures after each hunt at a designated location. Registration is required for these egg hunts, and further details on each specific hunt can be found on our website. Additionally, we do plan to once again host volunteer hours to help stuff these Easter eggs. Once scheduled, we will post details on our website and our social media pages. All spots for all sessions of our kids camp program is completely sold out. Sessions 2 and 3 for traditional camp are sold out, with very few seats left for sessions 1 and 4. Our teen leadership camp has a few open spots throughout all sessions, but that is filling up quite quickly. If you would like to be added to our wait list, please call the Parks office. That's option 3 on the town's phone menu, and inform us which programs and which sessions you would like to be put on that list for. Our office will call you if a spot opens up for your camper. Registration for all programs can be found on the Parks and Recreation website. That's it. Thank you.
Yep, thank you. Thanks for everything you do down there. Councilman Redinger, would you mind reading the park report?
So, park report, March 4th, we're currently replacing the ceiling tiles in the senior center. The current ones were old and some were bowed and discolored from previous leaks in the roof. We dealt with a few more overnight snowstorms. The septic for number 11 backed up into the basement and was discovered while we were replacing the dishwasher that had broken. It was noticed quickly and fixed before there was too much mess or inconvenience. We've been fixing some drywall taping and repainting the room that is in use for art during summer camp. Once the snow melts, we will be getting our trails ready for the Youth Mountain Bike Race that will be held at the park on the weekend of April 18th and 19th. This will probably involve extensive cleanup due to the heavy snowfall we've experienced.
Okay, thank you. Tax collector.
Happy belated birthday, Kevin McGivney.
Thank you.
So to recap, February 18th, we had 60% in, February 28th, 80%. And that was with everything entered to date with mail and all. Everything that was hand stamped that's still coming in, no penalties are being charged. And so far we had one that we did receive with the penalty. So the penalty money is going to start rolling in, guys. As of last year to date, we had 83%. So I'm sorry, this year we have 83%. Last year we had 88%. So we're a little bit behind of where we were last year. Today, Steve and I notarized a letter to the county to extend our warrant, which that is going to be mailed out, and we'll be able to go to June 1st for the rest of our tax money. Also, just keep in mind that if you are mailing in your checks, please get them hand stamped, because if they aren't hand stamped and I receive them in April, we're going to go up to 3%. Other than that, the office is open still to the end of March on Saturdays, 9 to 12, and Monday through Thursday, 9 to 4. We are here to take your money. So bring it on. Have a great year.
Thank you. And I'd like to invite our county legislator, Joe Tresca, up to speak.
Good evening, everyone. The county is going to be having a grant coming up. It's very broad and very open right now. They're still working on writing the majority of it. Myself and Supervisor Frazier spoke today about a couple options that we could possibly use that grant for. And we're just waiting for the final right to come out and see what it encompasses and things like that. So we'll see where that goes. And one of the other grants that I found, it's through the New York State DEC. It's the Water Quality Improvement Project Program. And one of the eligible projects is dam safety repair, rehabilitation, or removal. And the grant will cover 75% of the cost of the project if you get awarded the grant. So this is something, I know you guys have that project on. So it's definitely something that you have to take advantage of, save a lot of money at the end of the day.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, nice shot.
Okay, that brings us to public comment on agenda items. Anyone? Okay, New business. Councilman Redinger and I met online with a company that does grant writing. It sounds like a fairly attractive deal, and I sent you the email about that. There's a long list of other municipalities and school districts that they've worked with. There is a $5,000 annual membership fee. And, we submit to them what it is that we would be looking for in respect of grant materials, and they will search it out for us. And then if we needed their assistance in applying to the grants, they have a rate of 150 per hour on that. Now, you can correct me if I'm wrong. I think they said they would generally cap out around $7,500
Yeah.
in
for
the
very
application
big projects.
process. Yeah, for large projects. I can personally say that these grant applications are very complicated and time consuming. And if you don't get everything in there perfectly by the deadline, then you lose all opportunity. I think it's a good investment for someone who does this on a regular basis to take care of it, at that rate.
Did they mention like what their success rate is on
Yeah,
writing grants?
or on finding them or writing them.
Well, I would say
Yeah.
probably writing them.
So
Success
they said that
rate.
it was approximately 50 to 51% in the review of the last 2 years when they were on the call, which I believe it's a normal 20 to 30% success rate. From research I've done, I know that's not perfect research, but that's a pretty high success rate. So if you have, you would only probably want to use them for expensive grants where they're
Right.
very large probability of return on investment, especially with that sort of high success rate.
Yeah.
How
My-
about dams?
He did.
Joe just brought, literally,
Well,
Joe
that's the
just
thing.
brought
So
this up.
the dashboard that they would have, which is what the main subscription for $5,000 was, basically points your municipality in the direction of all grants that would be applicable to you. So you would discuss with them, and then they could help create a dashboard that would be very specific towards what grants we actually could be eligible for. Because the problem is that the sea of grants and the multiple different agencies that have these different pages, it's impossible sometimes wading through the volume of stuff. So I think if you just find one grant, it usually would pay for itself, I would imagine, within a year or two.
Right.
I off the top of my head, I threw a couple ideas at them that were like physical things that we need to do here. And then since then, I've thought about the reassessment. I think there's some grants, might be grants available for that, doing a town assessment. The code updates that we've spoken about, I think that there may be stuff out there for that. I also would like to digitize our records room here. And there may be help in that area too. And I ran this all past our attorney, and he's given it his blessing. Is meeting all our requirements there. So if there's interest, I can proceed further with them and have them draw up a contract. Or, any discussion here that we want to have before doing that.
Would have to go through procurement.
I think it's a professional service.
It is, but it might behoove the board to see what other options are
Right.
out there. Just to see comparatively, these are going to be structured all differently, so it's going to be very difficult to get an apples to apples to.
And then the other problem, because I've done this before, I threw into Google grant writers, and it comes back with a list of stuff that is very difficult to understand. And these folks approached us and seem to have exactly what it is we need. But I can make the attempt. I can't say how successful it'll be to look at other companies.
They did
Sure.
seem reputable. I think they said they had dozens of similar municipality sizes, but also going much larger. I think he mentioned.
Yeah, one thing I
Yes.
didn't mention
Kansas.
is they offered to work with us, if we were to bring another town in and adjust the rate, if we had another town apply with us. Yeah, that's something I haven't done yet, but I wanted to find out where we were first. And I could certainly do that.
Is there any towns in the area that use this? Maybe that we're aware of?
I didn't see anyone on the list. I didn't look at the list real closely.
Ian, what about the county? Does the county do a lot of this?
With the what, grant writing?
Yeah. Or do they hire out or do they have somebody in-house?
Usually
I know
in-house
he's,
for larger towns, is what the grant writer said.
Each municipality kind of does it a little different. You'll have, there's a number of different organizations and their price rate.
Thank you.
Sorry. Get in trouble.
I'm entitled.
You're okay. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Is it 1 year at a time? Can you do this 1 year at a time or?
Yes. No, it's 1 year at a time. Yep.
So as I said, every municipality, a lot of them struggle with this, finding grants and having grant writers. Some have individuals that do it, some have hired companies that do it. And they're all structured a little bit differently. So, one potential option is with supervisors and mayors meetings.
Right.
Reach out to some of them, see who they're using for grant writers, and that might be an option to explore what neighboring municipalities may have, and get a feel for what their success rates are and what they look like and their pricing structures. But each municipality has different goals, different needs, different projects. And I think it's important to try to find a grant writer that can structure this to what you guys need, because that would cater to what your goals are and your plans are. So, I think it's worth exploring for sure. So
I'll do some further discussion with them and come back with another report at our next meeting. Okay, we have previously discussed the constable code enforcement vehicle extended warranty. I did go online and apply to 2 of the top rated agencies that do this, and neither of them came back with a quote for me. And that was after 3 to 4 weeks of submitting I got acknowledgement of the application, but never got the quote back from them. I spoke with the attorney on that, and we've gone through the motion of getting competitive quotes here. The only one that we do have is from Ford Motor Company. At the rate that we had discussed, $6,500. Anyone have any other ideas or want to go forward with this?
I think we should go forward with 4.
Yeah, I think we all agreed that it's a good idea.
yeah.
We're gonna need some sort of coverage with the cost of repairs.
Right. So we have the resolution prepared here. Do you have a number? I'm sorry.
It's 27.
27. Yeah, I should have done that ahead of time. Councilman Derlin, would you like to read that, please?
Sure. Town of Unionville Town Board Resolution number 27 of 2026. Resolution authorizing purchase of extended service warranty for Town of Unionville Constable Code Enforcement Vehicle. Whereas the Town of Unionville Constable Code Enforcement Vehicle has currently has a service warranty that is due to expire. And whereas the town supervisor solicited 3 proposals for extended warranty plans for Constable Code Enforcement Vehicle in accordance with the Town of Unionville procurement policy. Whereas only 1 proposal was received from Ford Motor Company. And whereas the town supervisor has recommended the purchase of an extended service warranty plan for the Constable Code Enforcement Vehicle from Ford Motor Company in the amount of $6,505 for the Premium Care Extended Service Plan which covers repairs for up to 10 years or 175,000
Yeah,
miles.
just want to stop. That's a typo there. It should be 125.
Yep.
Okay.
And whereas the services to be provided by Ford Motor Company constitute professional services which are exempt from bidding requirements under general municipal law, paragraph 103, and the town of Unionville's procurement policy. Now therefore be it resolved as follows. The recitations above set forth are incorporated in this resolution as if fully set forth and adopted herein. The Town Board of the Town of Unionville hereby authorizes purchase of a premium care extended service plan for the constable code enforcement vehicle from Ford Motor Company in the amount of $6,505.
Okay, second on that?
Second.
Roll, or any further discussion? Roll call vote, please.
Councilman Harrington,
Aye.
Councilman Rettinger,
Aye.
Supervisor Frazier.
Aye.
Councilman McGivney,
Aye.
Councilman Derland.
Aye.
Okay, thank you. I don't believe that we have any new information on the phone contract or the copier contract, correct?
I would request an executive session with the board to discuss some of the contract negotiation.
Nothing to act on tonight, though, correct? Okay. Move to table B and C, please.
Make the motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, thank you. I think we may have discussed this previously. Our assessor's clerk or deputy assessor has been offered a better position, I guess, at another town, neighboring town, and had asked to be released from the contract with us. You know, I don't like to stand in the way of anybody bettering themselves. So this resolution here is to that effect. We do have the previous clerk still working here and is ready to jump in and resume that position on our end. So this would be resolution number 28. Any discussion on that before we go into it?
Nope.
Okay, Councilman McGivney, would you mind reading that one?
Sure. Town of Unionville Town Board Resolution 28 of 2025. Resolution authorizing agreement cancellation and rescinding Deputy Assessor Municipal Cooperation Agreement. Whereas municipalities are empowered pursuant to General Law, Section 119-0, to enter into a municipal cooperation agreement with respect to sharing the assessing duties, and whereas the town of Unionville and the town of LaGrange previously entered into municipal cooperation agreement for the deputy assessor dated December 3rd, 2025, whereby they would share the services of a deputy assessor employed by the town of LaGrange, and whereas town of Unionville and the town of LaGrange have determined that December 3rd, 2025 municipal cooperation agreement for deputy assessor is no longer necessary or in the best interest of either municipality. And whereas the town Unionville and the town of LaGrange desire to rescind and cancel the December 3rd, 2025 municipal cooperation agreement for deputy assessor, and whereas the town board hereby determined that this is a type 2 action as defined in by 6 NYCRR section 617.5, and accordingly the town board expressly determines that the action is not an action that requires review pursuant to the previous provisions of the New York State Environmental Quality Review Act, seeker, or pursuant to 6 NYCRR Part 617. Now, therefore, be it resolved as follows. The recitation set forth and incorporated in this resolution as it fully set forth and adopted herein. 2, the town board of the town of Unionville hereby agrees to rescind and cancel the December 3rd, 2025 municipal cooperation agreement for deputy assessor between the town of Unionville and the town of LaGrange in substantially the same form as annexed here to. 3, the town supervisor is authorized to execute the agreement canceling and rescinding Deputy Assessor Municipal Cooperation Agreement in substantially the same form as Annex here 2. 4, the town clerk is directed to send a copy of this resolution to the town board of the town of LaGrange upon its adoption.
Have a second on that, please.
I'll second.
Roll call vote?
Councilman Harrington,
Aye.
Councilman Rettinger,
Aye.
Supervisor Frazier,
Aye.
Councilman McGivney,
Aye.
Councilman Derland.
Aye.
Okay, thank you. All right, so that brings us back to the horse show management software. As I started to explain, the Equestrian Center is gearing up for their season. They have found a company to work with that will collect the entry fees to the shows, online and automated. There is a fee involved with that, but they intend to put that fee into the entry fee as well, so that the cost would be borne by the entrants and the users of the software. It's a per person fee. I don't believe there was any cost to purchase, or was there? I don't.
I don't recall the contract broke it down per event,
Right.
per entrance.
Yeah, it was per use. There's a per use fee. And like I said, would be incorporated into the entry fee to the show. So it would be no cost to us. And it would allow them then to manage their finances, efficiently. Does anybody have any questions on that?
So the software itself doesn't cost anything. It's just once installed, it's per person.
Right. Yeah, there's a
Each
fee
process.
per use of it. Yeah. Yeah.
And all costs are absorbed
By the Equestrian Center. Yep. In their,
in their
right.
resolution.
Yep. I believe so.
Okay.
Most likely. He's pretty sharp.
Okay.
I'll read this one. Town of Unionville Town Board Resolution number 29 of 2026. Resolution authorizing purchase of horse show management software for the Town of Unionville Equestrian Center. Whereas the Town of Unionville Equestrian Center, also known as the Albrecht Equestrian Center, hosts several horse shows throughout the year, and whereas the Equestrian Center is in need of software to assist them with the collection of fees for the horse shows. And whereas the Equestrian Center found 3 companies that provided horse show management software, and whereas it has been determined that HorseSpot Incorporated is the best suited platform that meets the needs of the Equestrian Center. And whereas the Equestrian Center has requested authorization from the town board to enter into a contract with HorseSpot Incorporated, a copy of which is annexed here too. And whereas the services to be provided by HorseSpot Incorporated constitute professional services which are exempt from the bidding requirements under General Municipal Law 103 and the Town of Unionville's procurement policy. Now therefore be it resolved as follows. The recitations above set forth are incorporated in this resolution as is fully set forth and adopted herein. The Town Board of the Town of Unionville hereby authorizes a contract of HorseSpot Incorporated for horse show management software on behalf of the Equestrian Center. The town board hereby authorizes the town supervisor to execute the contract with HorseSpot Incorporated for horse show management software after review by the attorney to the town and in accordance with the next proposal. Have a second on that, please.
Second.
Roll call vote, please.
Councilman Harrington,
Aye.
Councilman Rettinger,
Aye.
Supervisor Frazier,
Aye.
Councilman McGivney,
Aye.
Councilman Derland.
Aye.
Okay, thank you. That brings us to the Deputy Highway Superintendent. We had discussed this previously. My intent was to provide the employee appointed to this position with a stipend for that position, but it turns out with civil service, that would mean that he would have to carry 2 job titles, and it's not permitted to do that. What I did was take the amount that we had discussed as the stipend and divided by a 2,080 hours, which is a 40-hour work week, and added that amount to his current pay rate, which brought us to the one mentioned in the resolution here. We also made him and everyone involved aware that this becomes an exempt position. And they're all aware of that and wish to move forward. Any questions on that? Okay, Councilman Redinger, would you like to read that, please?
This would be 29 or
Uh,
30? Resolution appointing Deputy Superintendent of Highways. Whereas due to the resignation of Brian Butts, a vacancy has been created in the position of Deputy Superintendent of Highways. And whereas the Town Superintendent of Highways is authorized to appoint a Deputy Superintendent of Highways. And whereas Town Superintendent of Highways, Edward Kading, has elected to appoint Michael Farmer as Deputy Superintendent of Highways. And whereas the position of Deputy Superintendent of Highways is an exempt position pursuant to the rules for the classified civil service of Dutchess County, now therefore be it resolved as follows. 1. The recitations above set forth are incorporated in this resolution as if it fully set forth and adopted herein. 2. The Town Board of the Town of Unionville hereby appoints Michael Farmer to the position of Deputy Superintendent of Highways at a salary of $31.66 per hour. 3. The Town Board hereby authorizes and directs the Town Supervisor and the Town Bookkeeper to file any and all documentation necessary to effectuate the intent of this resolution.
Have a
Second.
any further discussion?
Mike's probably the right choice for that position. He's very well versed in what they do there, down there at the highway garage.
And he's a team player.
Yeah.
Roll call vote, please.
Councilman Harrington,
Aye.
Councilman Redinger.
Aye.
Supervisor Frazier.
Aye.
Councilman McGivney,
Aye.
Councilman Derland.
Aye.
All right, thank you. Congratulations, Mike. Okay, so we had discussed previously at several meetings the need to do some surveying on several projects within town. Our engineer put out an RFP for services. I sent you the results of those and we came up with a low quote here. Actually, all of the quotes are listed here in the resolution. You know, it's work that we do need to have done. We have the bridge on West Clove Mountain Road. We have to replace the drainage on Jennifer Hill Road. We have spoken about a discrepancy on Wisman Road. And what was the last one? Yes, we want to consolidate the property at Highway Department.
Yep.
So this takes care of all those projects. Councilman Derland, would you mind reading that one?
Town of Unionville Town Board Resolution number 31 of 2026. Resolution awarding surveyor contract in connection with the various projects in the town of Unionville. Whereas the town of Unionville is seeking a professional surveyor in connection with 4 projects in the town of Unionville, the West Clove Mountain Bridge replacement, Highway Department, lot merger, Jennifer Hill Road improvements, and Wisman Road assessment, hereinafter projects. And whereas the town board of the town of Unionville previously authorized the town engineer to prepare a request for proposals to retain a qualified surveyor for the projects. And whereas the town engineer received 5 proposals from qualified surveyors as follows: Labella, $54,750, Control Point Associates, $53,750, Terry Bergendorf Collins, $40,400, Okel or Oracle, I don't know what, Land Surveying, $32,030, Johnson Surveying, $23,600. Whereas by letter dated February 23rd, 2026, the town engineer advised that the lowest responsible bidder was Johnson Surveying and recommends that the town board award the contract for projects to Johnson Surveying in the total amount of $23,600. all as set forth in the aforementioned recommendation letter, a copy of which is annexed here too and made a part hereof. And whereas this is a type 2 action under the State Environmental Quality Review Act, seeker for, and therefore not subject to a review under seeker. Now therefore be resolved as follows. The recitations set forth above are incorporated herein, are incorporated in this resolution as if fully set forth and adopted herein. The town board of the town of Unionville hereby determines that this is a type 2 action under the State Environmental Quality Review Act, seeker, and therefore not subject to review under seeker. The town board of the town of Unionville hereby awards the contract for projects to Johnson Surveying in the total amount of $23,600. The town board of the town of Unionville hereby authorizes the town supervisor to execute the contract for surveyor services after review by the attorney to the town.
Okay, second on that, please.
Second.
I will add that our engineering company is familiar with this surveyor, has used them on previous projects. It's a sole proprietor, which is probably why the price came in the way that it did. And I think it's a good deal for us. So roll call vote, please.
Councilman Harrington.
Aye.
Councilman Rettinger.
Aye.
Supervisor Frazier.
Aye.
Councilman McGivney.
Aye.
Councilman Derlin.
Aye.
Okay, thank you. So that brings us to public comment on town issues. Anyone? Okay, have a motion to pay the bills, please.
Make the motion.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, I need to change this. I carried this over from a previous template, but to discuss we need to move into executive session to discuss contract information and an update on the lawsuit by the library trustees. Motion to that effect, please.
I'll make the motion.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, we won't be making any further business decisions here coming back. You're welcome to stay if you like. We will resume after that just to close out the meeting. Thank you. Yes, sir.
When you take down the library sign?
That's something we'll discuss in executive session. Motion to return from executive session, please.
Make the motion.
Second.
Aye.
Well, let's go. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, we, no decisions were made and no monies were allocated. That concludes our business portion of the meeting. Our next meeting will be here at March 18th at 7:30. And motion to adjourn, please.
Make the motion.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Also aye.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.